Welcome back to the Dark Ages once again. Here we go. I'm your host Taylor McWaters. Here are the top 10 unsettling signs of alien life found in the Dark Ages. Yeah, they existed back then. Let's do it. Kicking off our list at number 10, monsters and aliens. In medieval times, things that were considered alien were not the same as our understanding today. Not even close. For example, long ago in the 4th and 5th century BCE, two ancient Greek travelers visited India and described these remote places and its customs. Now back then they described these lands as different worlds, like literally different worlds, with their customs being viewed with fear and misunderstanding, of course, classic. Ctesias of Knidos and Megasthenes, they both have odd details in their journeys that have been documented and detailed in Pliny the Elder's natural history. They're a little weird. Back then, a Donastray was a monster or some sort of alien that was from the legends of Alexander. Now, this monster would catch a traveler in the woods, and it could speak any language that they could, ergo trouble, and at that point, this monster pretends to know their relatives to gain their trust. Then the Donastray devours the whole victim, just eats them. Yum. Eventually this monster got a reputation for having a lion's head, and the whole eating people thing, well, perhaps it was just a lion. That could have been the case. Also mentioned in natural history are Tartars. Back then, Tartars were believed to have come from a different world, specifically that of hell, when in reality they were the ferocious Mongols that invaded Europe in the Middle Ages. Not from hell, not even close. After they conquered Poland in the 13th century, it was believed that they came from hell. That's how scary they were. They weren't aliens, they weren't monsters, they were just Mongols. That's all. Maybe they're just Mongols flying up still. We have no idea. Number 9, the baptism of Christ. All right, let's get to some proof of this, out of world alien life. Not a lion, let's talk about flying ships, right? That's why we're here. In the form of art too. How lovely and jarring is that? Currently displayed in the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge lies the baptism of Christ, a painting created by the Dutch artist Erik de Geld back in 1710. Now this painting of his is considered proof to some of some secret knowledge to the public. Now the painting shows these 4 massive beams of light coming down from what appears to be a disc-like object onto, of course, the baptism happening below. Some good alien lighting, that's good. It's almost like this lighting here, but, less lists, more baptisms. That's what it was like. Now, I know this is later than the Dark Ages, of course, but when it comes to art and alien life, I have to throw this one in, of course. Because where did this idea come from? What was the inspiration behind this one? Who were they? Who were these DJs from above? No idea. How long have aliens been around? Medieval times? The Victorian era? Ancient Egypt? With the pyramids? Oh, who knows? Number 8, the Madonna with Saint Giovannino. One of my favorite paintings of all time. Here we go. This and the Screaming Woman. That's good. I love drippy art and aliens. Always a good time. In fact, if I saw a UFO, I would do the scream, probably. The Madonna with Saint Giovannino is a fascinating painting as it shows an airborne craft in its top right corner behind Madonna's shoulder. It's right there. Normally I draw a sun, but here it's a UFO, so that's a little different. That's cool. Now some have speculated that she's trying to even protect her children from this alien flying object, which, well, now I can't unsee. But what do we think this is? If it's not a UFO, then what's up? Maybe it was a shooting star. I don't know. I saw a green meteor last night in Toronto. It was pretty jarring. If it were the Dark Ages, I would have no idea what I just saw burning for 14 seconds. It was green too. So scary. Maybe I would paint it as such. I don't know. Also, a man is seen looking at the UFO and his dog is barking at it. So if anything, we need to interview that guy more than anything. So what did you see? Okay. And what did your dog see? More importantly. Number 7, aliens and wonders. When we look back at the Dark Ages, we don't have much. I mean, really, we have a few paintings, some books. In comparison to all the documentation we have today, we have no idea how much we're missing in history at that time. Aliens in the Dark Ages were often these illustrations of monsters or odd humanoid creatures. Now, these monsters were actually used to depict social groups that did not adhere to the standards of these, old white Christian men, essentially. This painting of a siren, for example, it's a bird, woman, monster. She's in the ocean doing something. She's naked. This originated in Greek mythology. She is surrounded by men who've drowned after being lured to her by probably sung. Now the imagery of the siren suggests that the feminine corruption is ultimately responsible for the downfall of men, right? Not that sirens are real, that they're flying drones in and out of the oceans. I mean, today I can't explain those drones going in and out of the oceans, but do I think that they're naked women flying around? No, I mean, but no, probably not. Number 6, medieval sky battle. Short and sweet, this one here. Okay, this looks like the inside of my old high school locker. There's a lot going on, a lot of ideas, a lot of doodles. This Nuremberg broadsheet shows us a battle, an Avengers level threat, really, it looks like. And this took place on April 14th, 1561, whatever this was. The aerial battle involved globes, crosses, and even tubes. Tubes? I don't know. Could these be the same tubes that we see today that we think are UFOs? These cigar-shaped UFOs have been breaking the internet these days, but well, maybe it's the same vehicle. Maybe they just saw it back then. People viewed the event as a divine warning. Yeah, you don't say. That's, yeah, fair. Number 5, medieval cloud ships. This is my favorite. I actually love this one. In a 9th century Latin manuscript, Liber Contra Insulum Vulgi Opinonium, great title, really rolls off thy tongue. It was written by the Archbishop of Lyons, and in it he complained about thy French peasantry's belief in a certain religion called Magonia, from whence come ships in the clouds. Yeah, Magonia, let's go and visit that. It's in the clouds somewhere. The occupants of these vessels carry back to their region, again in the sky, fruits of the earth which are destroyed by hail and tempests. Alright, so aliens steal our fruit and then go back. Okay, cool. It's not too bad. Could be worse. The sailors paying rewards to the storm wizards would receive corn and other produce in return. Hey, trade you some food for food. Alright. Peace. Jacob Grimm, a 19th century folklorist, speculated that Magonia takes us to some region where Latin was once spoke, and we refer to it as Magus, almost like a magical land, aka aliens or space wizards. I like space wizards a lot more than aliens, I'll tell you that. Imagine M. Night Shyamalan, he's like, yeah, so a space wizard walks by the birthday party. You're like, what? Number 4, the miracle of snow. Being Canadian, I want none of that. I want no miracles of any snowfalls. 1428, another painting, another speculation. Here we go. This one here was painted by Masolino de Panical. The miracle of the snow shows the legend of snowfall that happened on a hot summer day, somehow in Rome in the 4th century. Yeah, how does it happen, right? Jesus and Mary are seen overlooking this incident from atop of, you guessed it, a cloud. Cool, great, it's like the box seats back then. But behind them, again, are disc-shaped objects. UFOs, like, you know, the disc shape that we see over and over century after another. That's what scares me with all these paintings, that they're all kinda more or less the same. They're all a UFO. These objects could be clouds. That's a fun theory. No, it's not a fun theory at all. It's a boring one. They're aliens, right? Hit that thumbs up for aliens. If we had one of these, we'd click that down there for sure. Number 3, Medusa. Could Medusa be an alien? You know, with the snake, hear me out, let's talk about it. Another one of the most recent paintings on our list is Medusa by Caravaggio. Now, we all know the story of Medusa, right? This woman with snakes for hair that when you look at her, you turn to stone. You know, that's a nice fun story before you go to sleep. And this painting here really captures her essence, you know, perfectly. Her beauty, her grace, and her eyes that you can't really look at in real life. Now we can see her, right? In this horrific moment. This painting was meant to be a depiction of the defeat of Medusa, and legend goes that Perseus, who is the son of Zeus and Danae, he was given a shield by Athena. Pretty helpful shield. They're like, thanks Athena, that'll probably help in battle. He took this shield to battle Medusa herself, and he managed to outsmart her by letting her catch a glimpse of her own reflection in the shield. Yeah, gotcha. Made you look, Medusa. And then she turned herself into stone, and that's when he took his sword and then ended her life in a certain way that involves this being off of her body. I won't say the word, but you know what's up. This is the moment that the painting is portraying. The painting was created by Michelangelo in 1597, and it was the second of this kind, which is honestly really creepy. But again, where did this inspiration come from? Aliens? UFOs? Monsters? Are these things real? A lot of people think aliens are like octopus in nature, like, you know, like Nope, spoilers alert, but that's kind of very octopus in nature. Maybe that's what aliens look like. Maybe they have octopus heads. Number 2, Underworld. This painting by Hans Memling was created in 1485, another medieval horrifying painting of another world. Looks like hell, but we'll see. This is one of 3 double-sided panels that were created, and it features a banner that reads, "There is no redemption in hell." Fun one, that's cool. It says like Tyler underneath it. This painting features some sort of devil, alien creature with fangs and wings. I don't know, angel wings, bat wings, not really sure here. But it has an entire face on its belly, which, I don't know, that says alien to me. Never seen one of those up here in our Earth planet. Its hands and feet are claw-like, and it's depicted stepping or dancing on the backs of people who are in the mouths of some sort of another beast. So it's like a beast in a mouth situation. That's cool, that's art. It's absolutely terrifying, especially for those who believe in the existence of hell or other worlds. Especially these medieval worlds, like Cloudland or whatever that is. Sounds way more fun than that one, that's for sure. And finally, number 1, Lost City of the Incas. Did aliens build this medieval world? No, probably not, but it's a fun one to end on, right? Currently a wonder of the modern world, Machu Picchu was built over 500 years ago. It was first discovered in 1911 by archaeologist Hiram Bingham. Now originally, he and a small team were heading out to find the ancient city of Vilcabamba. But during their commute from Cusco, they found, well, this ancient city instead. They're like, hey, I mean, also pretty good. Many of these stones, of course, weighed a lot, over 50 tons, impossible to move. And with Machu Picchu translating to Old Mountain, this seems like an impossible possible build from the Inca. Should be like, this is like tripping me out as I'm talking about it. I'm like, how did they do it? This makes no sense. The city is designed perfectly. I mean, after 500 years of foul weather, even earthquakes, nothing's destroyed this ancient city. No idea how they did it. Probably aliens, just like they did the pyramids, right? Elon Musk thinks that aliens built the pyramids, so I mean, if he's saying that, right? I know that. I've been your host, Taylor McWaters. I'm an alien, and I'll see you next time. Most amazing top 10. Later. And maybe one's visiting me right now, because no one's over there, and something just fell off that wall. So wherever the fuck that was. It's the light, I think? Weird. Jacob. No, Jack up. Not Jacob. Jack up. Jack up. Jack up Grimm, a